Hey there everyone, and welcome back to the Crypto Analyst channel. My name is Brendan, and I hope all of you guys are having a great day no matter where you are from, because the entire crypto market is on fire right now. We're seeing Bitcoin, Ethereum, Chainlink, Solana, Avalanche, you name it. Cryptos across the board, both mainstream and even smaller market cap altcoins, are on a tear. In fact, there's a special crypto that I want to share with all of you in this video today that did nearly 100% move to the upside yesterday. So there's a lot going on. There's a lot of conversation stirring. And I want to make sure that we're all up to date on everything that's happening in the great world of cryptocurrency. So I'll tell you what, if that sounds exciting, all we ask is two things. Consider hitting the like and subscribe button. And that's all we ask if you like the content that we make. And with that being said, let's go ahead and dive on in here with a few headlines first before we get into the charts and all the technicals that are happening behind the scenes. Now, I'm sure we've probably noticed things like this big old headline saying that altcoins are heating up, and it talks about Avalanche, it talks about Helium, it talks about a couple other cryptocurrencies. But they're right, the altcoin market is heating up, and I want to show what those charts look like and why the altcoin market is heating up, because I think we've really just tipped the surface. We've really just broken through the initial beginning of what altcoins can truly do. And you'll see why once I get into this chart here in just a second. But also, I saw this one come around today, and I couldn't help but laugh a little bit because it basically just says, hey, Bitcoin's many debts. Is the crypto market past its point of no return? Well, despite it being one of the highest performing assets over the course of the last year, even one of the highest performing assets over the last decade. You look at the bear market, but the bear markets are nothing new to crypto. We've had 4 or 5 of them since Bitcoin has launched, and it's always come back higher. So again, whether you look at a decade out, whether you even look at the past year, crypto has been one of the highest performing categories out there. And to look at this, I just want to briefly bring everyone's attention to the Bitcoin obituary list. Now, you probably see the chart in front of me and you're going, Brendan, what is this chart? There are, red dots everywhere. There's Bitcoin. There's everything going on. It's a lot. Well, this is actually every time that Bitcoin has been recorded, quote unquote, dead. Not all the altcoins, not the crypto market as a whole, but just like specifically for the most part, it's targeted towards Bitcoin. And what you see is that there are red dots everywhere on this list. This is all time, going all the way back to 2010. We can zoom in, and even over the past, let's just say over the past year, you can even see that there's a couple of dots here. Crypto is dead in America. Sayonara Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a joke. It's a fraud, blah, blah, blah. All this stuff. And the one thing that you'll notice is that all of those are about 50% below where the price is today. So these were happening at, $20, $30, $15,000. Fast forward to where we're at today, Bitcoin was dead at 15K, but it's already up to 45, 300%, or 3 times higher than it was. So I really do take these kind of articles with a grain of salt. If you see them, they're nothing new. As we zoom out, we can see that there have been almost 500 different ones that have been recorded over here in the past 10 years or so. So again, I don't really worry about all this. I actually think it's quite comical when I see another article that Bitcoin is dead. And you'll kind of notice that you'll see this whole Bitcoin is dead thing. You'll see the most of these that happen, the lower the market is and the closer it is actually to a bottom. So I almost see it as a bit of a reversal sign of sorts. But what about the charts? Well, here we just saw Bitcoin hit a brand new yearly high of $45,000. Now, this was unique because this was an area that a lot of people thought would be the end of year price prediction for Bitcoin. There's a lot of analysts out there kind of saying that, and I thought it was a reasonable one as well. Fast forward, we hit $45,000 5 days into December, so we still have almost 4 weeks, almost the entire month left. At the time of recording this, it's December 8th, but we still have the majority of the month ahead of us, and Bitcoin's already hit what most people thought that it would peak at this year. So the crypto market is actually doing quite well. There's a lot of things going on, but it's not just Bitcoin that is, it even looks to be bull flagging here almost. But it's not just Bitcoin that's doing well. You look at Ethereum. Ethereum just hit a new yearly high today of, what was this, almost $3,400. You look at the total 2 chart, which is what I was referencing earlier for the altcoin market. And this thing's clearing its multi-year resistance point. I mean, this is an area that the altcoin market had a massive rejection off of once, and then twice, and then 3 times, and then it tried to do it again over here, but failed. And so now what we see is altcoins are breaking out, and they're filling in. They're trying to fill in this gap from a couple of years ago. And this is significant because there is a very low amount of resistance in this zone, which means that altcoins can certainly be volatile towards the upside here. So fingers crossed, the altcoin market is looking really good, which is why we're seeing things like we said earlier, things like Chainlink shoot to new highs, Immutable X shooting to new highs, Avalanche new highs, Solana shooting up to new highs, Celestia 2 days ago hit new all-time highs. And there was the one crypto that I was talking about earlier named Axelar. And yesterday, yes, it was a little bit of a wick, but Axelar did, and I want to measure this out for everyone because it was a wild move. But from top to bottom, Axelar did almost a 100% move to the upside in a matter of like a day or two. So it was just over 90%, and it was a wild candle. Now, what happened here? They got listed on South Korea's largest exchange. I think it was Upbit or Bybit. Pardon me for forgetting that. But it's essentially like the Coinbase or like the Binance, or what Binance used to would have been, of South Korea. So this is a big deal for them. Axelar got listed, but they're not alone. I mean, you see things like Marinade. It bounced right off its 20-day moving average and did 200% in the last 2 days. So this thing's printing profits. A lot of cryptocurrencies are. We have Teller that's up 21, almost 22% on the day. And crypto across the board, I mean, even Cardano, another very mainstream token, you're looking at this thing just printing money. In the past, 6 days, it's up 40%. So yeah, I think it's safe to say that both the Bitcoin and the mainstream altcoin market are doing fairly good as well. There's a lot of good things that are happening in crypto. And, I've said this before and I'll say it again, but the bears here are nearly non-existent. I see all of these, I was going to say all of these, but I don't see a lot of bears left. The ones that I do see, though, are mostly on Twitter. And it's like, get ready, this Bitcoin ETF is going to crash the market back to 1K. 10K is imminent. If you're buying up here, you're going to get wrecked. And you know what? I just don't believe it. I don't think that this ETF is going to send Bitcoin to $1,000. I don't think it'll send it to $10,000. I think a lot of these people are salty. They're perma bears, and they missed out, and they're trying to do everything in their power to kind of to cry on Twitter about it. So that's my humble opinion. It's not to say that price can't go down, right? Prices are volatile in crypto. We know that they fluctuate, and I'm not saying that they can't. We can certainly retrace after the giant moves that we just had. But to say that the whole crypto market is going to crash from here, I see it as a very unlikely scenario. I mean, we could even have something like a 10% pullback on maybe like Bitcoin, for example. I'm trying to measure this out. There we go. We could even have like a 10 to 15% pullback on Bitcoin right here, and I would still see it as overall bullish in the market. But this whole idea that Bitcoin is going to like lower lows or like a 50% retrace from here, I'm not sure what to tell them. I'm not sure where the evidence comes from that, but I do not see it myself. I don't see it on the charts, and I'll tell you what, I certainly don't see it in the news. But yeah, that's, I think, the bulk of what I wanted to kind of talk about in today's video as we head into the weekend. There's a lot of opportunities out there. Again, Bitcoin is doing great. The altcoin market is doing great, which is great. And a lot of this stems from the recent pullback that we've seen in Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance shut up. Bitcoin led the way. As it pulled back, Bitcoin dominance kind of came in here and held the market together. So there's a lot of cool things happening. I'm hoping that everyone is able to make some profit off of this because the crypto market is certainly a lot of fun right now. And I'm enjoying it. So my only hope is that all of you are enjoying it, at least a fraction of the amount that I am. So that's going to round us up for this video, everyone. If you did enjoy, consider checking out the links in the description down below. We got links to like Crypt Nation, and we have the Crypto Revolution book and Altcoin Alert, and a couple different communities that I think a lot of you will enjoy if you really do like diving into the crypto space and you want to be a little bit more involved. All three of those and the link down in the description down below are going to be great for you. And then, of course, all that we ask is that if you like this video specifically, consider hitting that like and subscribe button. It helps support the channel. It helps get more videos out there. And it gives us a reason to continue making these awesome market updates. and doing what we love. So thank you all for watching, and we will see all of you in next week's video.